Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the DarcBall Cast. This week, proudly sponsored by
Jesus Christ's Cutting Boards. Bamboozily good. Are we on?
Yeah.
Hiya.
Hey.
Hiya. Can't help but notice, Dan.
Yeah.
Not a single ring on any one of them fingers.
No.
Where's the old teeth ring? Ha ha ha.
No comment.
Where is it?
It's probably in the drawer.
You just put it in the drawer.
It might be in the drawer. Well, the cat would have had it.
Can't believe
The
cat would have had it.
The cat's got enough teeth. She'd have chewed it.
You don't wear it to work?
No.
Why?
It's not appropriate. I don't want complaints.
So I thought we'd start off with my favourite thing in the world.
Yeah.
Bit of a quiz. So, all right, it's only one question.
Oh, it's not a quiz, is it?
It's one question and it's multiple answer.
Right, okay.
Right.
Wait, there's multiple answers or is it multiple choice?
It's like, it's true or false, basically. So
Right, fucking hell.
Here's the quiz. Dan is a cunt. True?
Wait. There was no false.
I know. It's because you're a cunt. Hey!
Did you come up with that all on your own?
Yeah, I've been planning that all day.
You're a clever man.
All fucking day, mate. Right.
Terrible.
I have got a petition as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, and this again stems from me watching MasterChef.
Right.
A lot of times where they'll use like weird fucking bits of the animals, like so there's like this guy who's making a stew out of beef cheeks, or they'll like saute off cod cheeks and stuff. And it's all the cheeks, and I get
just cheeks off animals.
I want a petition. I want a petition signed in now, and I want it in front of Rishi Sunak by the end of the week. That we rename beef cheeks and cod cheeks to beef face and cod face. I think it sounds so much more appealing.
They sound like Italian nicknames in the mob, don't they?
Yeah.
Oi.
Cod face.
I don't know what accent I was about to do, but it wasn't that.
Oi.
Oi.
Oi, beef face.
Beef face.
Beef face.
I'm just going to use my own voice, to be honest. Yeah, I like that.
Just like Nona beef face back in Napoli.
Make the petition happen.
Yeah. So imagine going to a restaurant and be like, oh, it's a beautiful goulash of cow face, with sautéed baby onions, and to follow that we've got some delectable cod face on crostini.
Do you know? Okay, this might. I just cut you off to give you something that might not make sense, but is it goat's milk or is it goat milk?
Depends if it's blended.
What?
If it's single malt, then it's goat.
No, but like, is it goat's milk or goat milk?
It'd be goats, because you say cow's milk, don't you? You say cow milk.
Yeah, but I always felt like if you said goat's milk, it implies it belongs to the goat still.
Well, technically, I mean, unless the goat gives you consent.
So
take the milk.
So we've stolen all the milk.
Yeah.
We're always constantly stealing milk.
Oh, yeah. It's a big thing, isn't it, with the vegans? Because
it's not the fact it comes to the animal. It's the fact we've stolen it from the animal.
I had an argument on Facebook once where someone basically said we were raping cows for their milk. And I was like, I don't think you know what rape means.
That's not how milk works.
I don't think you know what rape means. I don't think what you're getting from the cow is milk.
Udders aren't peni.
Oh, imagine if there were. I was thinking about this earlier.
That'd be horrible.
I was thinking about this earlier. Imagine if animals had human cock and balls.
Why don't they?
I don't know.
Because we have like hair.
Yeah.
But
fucking get this man a Nobel Prize.
Fuck's sake.
But like, just like imagine like a big old fucking whale floating on through
with
the blue.
With a massive human cock and balls.
Big cock and balls dangling down.
Do you know how when we get old, our balls get really long?
Yeah, pendulous.
Right? Imagine with all that swimming that they do and the water resistance, how enormously long their
They'd
ball
be
bag would be.
calloused, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Like a blue whale could be on the surface having a bit of a, basking in the sun and whatnot, taking a bit of a breath before it dives again.
Yeah.
And his balls could still be on the bottom.
Yeah. Like an anchor.
and slowly...
So they could sleep and not have to worry about drifting off.
And slowly what had happened as well is they'd travel so much and their balls would drag on the floor that they'd create new trenches. And eventually the world would wear away because they're just scraping like earth away with their balls.
Maybe mate.
Maybe
whales did used to have like long cock and
long
balls.
And that's where
that's why the
Trench
ocean's
comes from,
so
yeah.
deep.
It just got
worn down.
Because back in millennia ago, it just used to be puddles.
Well, maybe the whole world was once ocean, but because in certain areas the ground was worn away in the sea, the water level dropped, revealing ocean level land, which became Great Britain and the like.
If the whole world was ocean, but it was actually really shallow.
Yeah, and there was just lots of whales with massive balls. Yeah. How did they start?
What,
goats
whales?
Milk.
Oh,
yeah. Goats milk.
I don't know what. I just love it. If all animals had cock and balls, like human cock and balls.
Well, I'm kind of glad my cat doesn't.
Could you imagine those?
Birds.
Oh god!
Birds.
Imagine like a low.
We've said this before. I'm sure.
Yeah, but imagine like a low flying pigeon just slaps you in the face with its monster dong.
Or like it'd be almost creepy on a penguin, wouldn't it? Because they stand like people, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Imagine it stood there just with it's got a throb on.
And
do you know what I mean?
They stand, and when it's really, really cold, they sort of stand on their young, don't they? So imagine just like a baby penguin with a cock down its head.
Down its forehead.
Oh, you'd get put on a register.
We only bring classy humour, don't we?
The penguin sexual offenders register. No. Speaking of crazy...
Maybe that's why none of them live nearby.
Speaking of crazy animals, I've been looking into like mythical creatures and stuff.
Segue.
Strong
segue.
It was, wasn't
it? And
I'm into that. I got a book from one of my favourite Swedish authors. I can't remember his name. Well, I can sort of remember his name, but there's a lot of letters in it.
It was really Swedish, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a few letters, and I can't be asked to remember all of them. And he's just done a book on dragons. And I was like, some of these stories, like some of these folklore stories and some of these dragons are just fucking... You got to think to yourself, how did someone come up with this? How has this story endured for hundreds of years with this absolute mentalism?
They did have an incredible imagination back then, didn't they?
So I've been looking at some old ancient creatures, and I must say it's a shame that this is a podcast because some of the pictures that go along with these legendary creatures are fucking hilarious.
Well, to be honest, it may be a podcast, but we'd encourage you to imagine along. Like, we're not going to describe them, or are we? Are we going to describe them?
I'll read the description of them.
Yeah, you can probably have just as much fun making up your own image, and it probably won't be as crazy as the pictures.
Yeah. So the first one is the Hickokurthus.
Or the what?
Hickokurthus.
Sounds like an appetizer.
The Hickokurthus? You're thinking coq au vin.
I'm thinking hors d'oeuvres. Horse d'oeuvres.
So it was supposed to be half deer and half goat. Both Aristotle and Plato discuss the Hickokurthus in their philosophy, or their Aristotle's mind. To Aristotle's mind, the creature is clearly fictional. The first English language of the Hickokurthus comes from a manuscript of 1398. Now, that's not too fantastical, is it? Just half goat, half deer.
No, because I was going to say, as animals go, they're not that
dissimilar,
far.
are they?
Like, I mean, some of them have horns.
But the picture is quite clearly like a fancy man holding some gardening tools with like the head of a boar.
It's just
there's nothing goatish or deerish about it, is there?
And what would have been more accurate was half goat. No, 1/3 goat, 1/3 deer, 1/3 human man in clothes with gardening tools.
Yeah.
It's not even fucking close to half goat deer.
It's not, but again, though, goat deer, not too out of the realms of possible. And then there's one here, there's like the mermaid, which is obviously weird, isn't it? I don't think we think about that enough.
No.
as well. Like because they've become like pop culture things, like the unicorn, but like mermaid, it's half man, half fish. Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, back in the day, Mark, as legend has it,
they were all fish.
Fish used to have human cock and balls, which was obviously quite an issue with the swimmers in the sea, because fish are dirty old bastards,
dirty fuckers. But what gets me, because unicorn is on this list as well, and I read something the other day, like someone was like, why is it that unicorns aren't real when really it's just a horse with a horn?
Yeah.
But you've got a fucking giraffe scambling about. You know what I mean? Which is basically what? A cow with a neck that's twice as long as its body.
Well,
what the fuck's that about?
Why is it so unbelievable when we've got animals that have two horns that there might just be an animal with one?
Yeah, look at rhinoceroses.
Look, elephants. What the fuck is going on?
Just big fucking
hose face.
Hose face grey bastard.
And yet it's so unbelievable.
Isn't hose face grey bastard a Game of Thrones character?
Hose face grey bastard.
So we've got the monoceros as well.
Right.
It's a beast with the body of a horse,
right,
the head of a stag, the feet of an elephant, the tail of a boar, and a black horn in the centre of its head.
Right.
What? I mean, that's a lot of different animals to throw into a blender, isn't it?
You know when I said that they were really creative? They're not.
It's just different animals.
They've just gone, okay, we've seen a bunch of animals now. Now let's imagine if
let's glue them all together.
Was from one animal. You could probably pick 5 animals and then allocate each animal a body part, and you've come up with your own.
It's like when you get them books for toddlers, isn't it? Where like the pages are split, so you can do the bottom half of one body and the top half of another one.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. Mate, this is what I'd do. I'd stop thinking in terms of living creatures.
Yeah.
I'd start going, it's a human man, but his legs are gas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's done that, have they?
Yeah.
Gaseous Gary.
It's a swan, but all its feathers are diamond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fun. But it's a swan, but its head is actually geese. Plural.
Geese. Like a hydra.
They're not actually attached.
Like
it's a flock that forms its head.
It's a tree, but all the leaves are actually sadness.
Exactly. Do you see what I mean? Now we're getting somewhere. A bit more abstract. It's a table, but it's also a chair.
This is possibly the most creative ancient mythological creature I could find.
Right.
It's called the pard.
Pard.
I'm just going to read you. It's only a very small paragraph for the pard.
Mm-hmm.
The pard was believed to be a large spotted cat which could move at great speed, possibly inspired by a cheetah. They were thought to mate with lions in order to produce leopards.
It's a cheetah.
It's a fucking cheetah, isn't it?
You've just described a cheetah.
It's a cheetah, isn't it?
You've just described a deviant cheetah. That's all. What?
A deviant cheetah? What?
Well, it mated with lions, didn't it? Like, why is it mating with lions? It's a cheetah.
Yeah, but they're still cats.
Yeah, but... Right, what? It'd be like us fucking monkeys, wouldn't it?
No.
We're kind of the same thing, but we're not.
I suppose.
I'm right.
Yeah. No,
I'm right.
Yeah, but we have... Oh, I don't know. Get Attenborough on the phone. Dave. Fucking... This one's just brilliant. And again, it's such a shame that we can't put the...
Stop telling them what they're missing, Mark.
So we've got a monopod.
Right.
Not to be confused with metapod.
Yeah, pardon.
Monopods made their way into European folklore through the work of Pliny the Elder. As the name suggests, they are one-footed creatures. According to Isidore of Seville, they live in Ethiopia. and have only one leg and are wonderfully speedy.
Oh.
The Greeks call them, I can't read that word because it's in Greek.
Pogo sticks.
Translates to shade-footed ones. Because when it is hot, they lie on their backs on the ground and are shaded by the great size of their feet. Look at the picture.
It's more feet than man.
It's basically
it's a man with one leg.
Yeah, exactly. It's a man with one leg, but it's not like a man with one regular leg because the other one's missing. It's one thick leg.
Yeah, really thick.
With a massive foot.
1 second, though.
Why is that a mythical creature?
If he's only got one leg, Mark.
Yeah.
It means he wouldn't have arse cheeks. Which means on the back of him, is there just a hole? Just one fat cheek?
Or is it one fat cheek that sort of overlaps a hole?
No, don't overlap the hole, Mark. The hole is just there in the middle of it.
It's not a cheek then, is it? It's just a mound.
Imagine how horrible that would be.
Your ass mound.
Oh, imagine how bad it'd be witnessing that having a shit. It'd just be like falling out of a hole in the wall.
I'm kind of into it. This is one of my favourite ones. Just for its lack of context.
Right.
The vegetable lamb of Tartary.
Wait.
And the picture is a sheep growing out of the ground on a big old stalk.
It does sound like a dish.
It does, doesn't it? So the origins of the vegetable lamb are unclear, although both Jewish and Celtic folkloric traditions feature similar plant animals. The vegetable lamb was believed to be attached to the plant by its umbilical cord and to graze the area accessible around the plant. The legend became popular in England in the 14th century thanks to travel writing of John Mandeville. Now, there's so much information not included.
Yeah.
Like, why is all of a sudden a lamb attached to a plant by its umbilical cord? Does that mean the plant gave birth to the lamb? It says it's similar to other plant animals. I've never once heard of a plant animal.
It's a weird frame of reference.
Can vegetarians eat these?
You've grown them, haven't you?
Yeah. What gets me as well is that it says it grazes the area accessible around the plant. Once it's eaten all the grass around the plant, does it die?
It's free.
Oh, it's free.
It's free.
I just assumed it starved to death once it'd eaten that circle of grass around it.
It's almost like a fucking strange medieval kind of kind of Pokemon, isn't it? Like
they all are.
Yeah, because all Pokemon did is take it a step further and make them fight based on their attributes.
The good old fucking veggie lamb. I love veggie lambs.
Plant type Pokemon.
Plant.
Yeah, it uses Ram as its attack.
I was like, uses Ram to save stuff. So, as well as mythological creatures, I've got some monsters and folklore as well. So this one's called Berkta.
All right. It's a lovely name.
Yeah, so I'm just going
to rename my cat.
A woman of many names, this German, Austrian, Swiss, and Alsatian spirit fulfills many roles. As Berkta, she is a beady-eyed, hooked-nosed hag with stringy grey hair and dishevelled clothing. Parents threaten young children with her presence if they are untidy or misbehaved. As Butzenbergt, she is that's another name for her. She is responsible for delivering presents to all of the good children's on the I think it's a Christian holiday, Epiphany.
Oh, God.
However, if she is not sufficiently appeased with herrings and dumplings or pancakes at the Feast of Epiphany, she becomes the Stomach Slasher. A demon who will rip open the stomachs of those who have wronged her, take her due, and then sew the wound with a ploughshare as a needle and chains for thread. She who giveth can most definitely taketh away.
I need a fucking film about that. The stomach slasher.
Stomach slasher. It just gets, all of a sudden, it just gets so violent.
Oh, fuck. It was a nice little old woman giving us gifts at Epiphany.
Epiphany, yeah.
Oh, no. Look again. Your stomach's fucked.
Right, what we've got. Porescoro.
Mm.
In Romany folklore, Porescoro is one of the offspring of Anna, the queen of the fairies, and Losolico, the king of the demons. Anna's fairy court made her a cake from the hair of a hellhound, a cat, and a powdered snake, in hopes that it would repel the demon king. Instead, Porescoro was born.
A powdered snake, though.
He has a human body with 3 cat heads and 4 dog heads and a snake with a forked tongue as his tail.
Anything else?
The
Just that.
demon, along with his children, is responsible for epidemics of contagious diseases, and he has a special fondness for those spread by parasites.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now we know where it came from. COVID.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why has he got so many heads? And
does it aid him in any way?
I like to think that it says obviously he's got all them heads, but doesn't say where they are. I like to think he's like a regular looking bloke, and he lifts his top up. It's 3 cat heads.
It's a horrible bunch of heads.
So I got a couple more. Bean Nye. Known as the little washer by the ford, this Scottish spirit isn't as friendly as her name might suggest. I didn't get friendliness from Bean Nye.
No, because you're scared of beans.
I am, terrified. She is an omen of death. She is described as being small, wearing green clothing, and having red webbed feet. And she can be found washing the blood-stained linens of those about to die. If someone finds her doing this, it could foretell his own death or the death of a loved one. If she sees the observer, she lashes out with whatever she's washing. One touch from the cloth can break both legs. However, if the observer can arrive at the water's edge before she does, he is allowed to ask for 3 wishes.
Oh, no.
If she can answer 3 questions, if he can answer 3 questions sincerely.
I found some plot holes there.
Go on.
So she's washing the blood-stained linens of those about to die.
Yeah.
Why are they blood-stained?
Because they're dying.
No, but then...
That was my first thing.
But
like,
then
why?
She tries to kill you. So you're telling me out there's a bunch of, like, reports of death, and the death is Bean Nye. She killed them all. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a normal thing. Go out and get her. Catch her.
I think she's misunderstood.
She's a menace.
She's just trying to help people wash their linens.
But they wouldn't need to wash them if the linens weren't fucking stained with their blood.
Yeah, but
because she's about to kill them.
Sometimes linens get blood stained. What's your problem?
But when?
Have you never had...
You're about to die,
Have you
Mark.
never had some linens that have become blood stained?
Mysteriously... No.
No one said it was mysteriously bloodstained. No one said that.
Right.
You've brought that into
She's washing the bloodstained linens of those about to die.
You could be about to die now. We don't know.
Where's my bloodstained linens, Mark?
You tell me. We're in your flat.
She needs investigating.
I'm not saying she doesn't. All I'm saying
it's a bit suspicious.
All I'm saying is that you're victim blaming.
I've not been injured yet, Mark. I'm not cut. I'm not dying.
Yeah, but to be right, you're not injured. How much blood are you carrying right now?
All of it.
Exactly, but you're not injured, but you've still got all the blood.
No, but they're not on my linens.
How do you know?
Where's she
your
getting
linens?
them from, Mark?
Bring me your linens. Do you know why there's no blood on your linens?
Why?
Because Bean Nye's washing them. That's why.
Constantly.
That's
washing
why.
the blood I'm bleeding.
If it weren't for her, all your linens would be covered in blood.
She's going to break my fucking knees, it said.
That's only if the cloth touches you.
It's all backwards, Mark.
I've got one more.
Right.
Before we get on to some funny human-based stuff.
Okay.
Langswear.
I like that one.
I think I'm saying that right.
That sounds nice.
Created from the spirits of women who died in childbirth, the Malaysian langsweer. I know. The Malaysian langsweer is not someone you want to meet in the middle of the night.
No.
With her floor-length hair concealing a hole in the back of her neck, long talons, and the ability to fly, she makes for a menacing sight as she steals fish from fishermen's nets.
Lucky for some.
Doesn't end there, though.
She can fly, mate.
I know.
I'm so jealous.
I'd love to fly. She's a shapeshifter, and her real goal is draining the blood of an unguarded infant.
Oh, my Lord.
But take comfort. This vampiric demon can be stopped if her hair and talons are removed and inserted into the hole in her neck.
That is weird.
Isn't it?
Look, can we not just put anything else in that hole in her neck? Does it have to
what
be?
are you thinking?
Oh.
Neck sex.
A certain whale cock and balls come to mind.
But where do people get this shit from?
Well, I mean,
I love it as well how they're going to be like, oh, this is fucking monster. Oh no, what's she doing? She's stealing fish.
Yep.
And draining the blood of children.
And also she's made of women who died in childbirth.
She's made of women.
Yeah, made up of those.
So every time a woman who dies in childbirth get her finger, we'll get that for Langsweer, or whatever her fucking name is.
Should we make our own creature?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 feet tall, right? And is summoned every time you stub your toe. Yeah.
Be busy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He's, for a head, it's just an enormous toenail. With eyes. Of a snake.
So turned off.
Okay. You'll go. What else? Or are you adding to him or making your own?
I'm going to make my own.
Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't give him a name.
Go on then.
Toe spear.
Toe spear. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What is it? Why is it? What's its deal? You know what I mean? What does it do?
No, he gets summoned. We've never seen him because so many people stub a toe. He's always constantly trying to get from one to the other.
Yeah.
So only one man ever saw him, and it was the first time. It was the first time it was made. He was like, "Oh, I'm Toe Spear," and then someone else stubbed the toe.
Oh, I'm Toe Spear.
Yeah. Someone else stubbed the toe, and he had to set off. But then someone else stubbed the toe, so then he goes to the next one. That's why no one's ever seen him.
Right, okay.
He's constantly trying to get to the next toe.
My monster.
I've not sold you there, have I?
No, it's not. I'm going to move on.
Right.
My monster is part horse. It's got the legs of a horse.
Oh, yeah, does he?
And the body of a duck. Except it's got no ankles. And it's made...
Go on.
From bits of rubber.
Oh.
Every time from the tyres of a car, and that rubber is collected every time it drives over the spot where Princess Diana died. A little bit of rubber's taken from the car as it goes over it, out of respect.
Every time.
And it forms this giant ankleless horse duck.
I want to say, is that it? But I know that that's a lot to process, but is that it?
No. It's its tail is made out of lightning.
Oh. Shocking.
That's my monster.
What's it? Yeah, what's it called?
What's it called? Tortoise.
Tortoise.
No. Tortoise. Got to sniff up as well. Tortoise.
You know what? I'm liking it because we learn that it can't just be an amalgam of animals.
No, it's got to have some sort of emotional attachment.
Some unique selling points.
So, I've discovered a website. I say I've discovered a website. Someone showed me at work today, and I've fallen in love with it.
Right. I love new websites. We've been milking WikiHow for months.
I have got a WikiHow.
Okay. Forget I said that. Everyone stick around.
So this is the Darwin Awards.
Mm-hmm.
It's called DarwinAwards.com.
Oh, no.
The Darwin Awards salute the improvement of the human genome by honouring those who have accidentally removed themselves from it in a spectacular manner. So
what does that
all
mean?
All of these stories of people who have died in stupid fucking ways.
Oh my God.
And it's been going from 1992 to now.
All right, what are we doing today?
So
we're doing one? We're doing two?
Yeah, we'll do a couple, because not all of them are that high, not that long. So we'll do the top one. This is called Steel MacBook Armour. Confirmed.
Wait.
2002 Darwin Award winner, confirmed true. So I'm just going to read it out. You are wearing body armour in a war zone. You spot an abandoned MacBook. You want the MacBook. Where to hide it? With quick reflexes, a Russian soldier slid that MacBook into his chest armour pocket, replacing a ballistic plate designed to save his life.
Oh my God.
He was killed in Irpin, and his body was retrieved, providing a hearty laugh for all of Ukraine. Instant karma, they reportedly found a stolen iPad as well. So he died.
That is amazing.
Because he stole a MacBook while fighting in Ukraine, took out the ballistic sheet that
oh my God,
from his bulletproof vest and hid it there.
Like, so this is like recent then.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. But I'd be tempted.
Yeah.
Also.
But you carry it, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Or just chuck it in the tank.
Next to your gun. Put it in your Bergen.
So this is from April this year in Italy. So there was a man, 46. He was a well-known character in the city of an Italian city. He snuck into the back of a closed market on Easter Monday, but this break-in would be his last. He paused to enjoy a drink of water, pulling a bottle from a towering tableau, and the whole darn stack collapsed on top of him like a tidal wave. Oh. Employees returned to the shop the next day and were confronted by a collapsed mess of crates. A few hours into the workday, they finally begun to sort the collapsed stack.
Oh, no.
Lifting the first crate, an arm emerged. It was immediately clear that a tragedy had taken place. But what? Thanks to the CCTV footage, the Carabinieri, which I think is the Italian police, were able to reconstruct the last moments of the 46-year-old's life as he tugged the bottle free and was crushed by the weight of the crates.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
People were sad that he had died, but then again, it was twice his fault. Breaking in and alone in the store, taunting gravity to do its
Please
worst.
tell me that on the death certificate it said he died of thirst.
Technically, he
died a very thirsty man.
So I'll tell you what, I'll just read you some of the titles of some of these, because I don't know, I haven't read them all, so I'm going to read out some titles and see what you want me to read. Next one is Molten Man.
That is a strong title.
This title, 124 snakes seek less annoying housemate.
I mean, come on.
Do you want me to read that one?
Yeah.
Right. 21st of November 2021, Maryland. Maryland has a snake problem, number 1. A homeowner in Montgomery County was fed up with a snake infestation, but instead of calling a professional, they opted to smoke the basement with burning coals on the basement floor. The coal started a fire that likely did smoke out snakes, but it also spread and burned the house to the ground. Like bringing a chainsaw to a knife fight, there were no human injuries, but this one's an honourable mention. But check out this next one. Maryland has a snake problem number 2. On January 19th, 2022, authorities making a welfare check in Pomfret, Maryland, found David Riston dead alone in their house, alone except for numerous species of snakes, some venomous. Cobras, rattlesnakes, black mambas, and a gigantic python were among the 124 Serpentine residents still living in the house.
What was he doing with that many snakes?
These exotic snakes were kept in beautiful habitat enclosures, but evidently one disgruntled snake had protested confinement. Autopsy confirmed that the 49-year-old died of accidental snake envenomation.
I mean, it was accidental for him, not the snake. The snake did what he wanted to do.
The snake did what snakes do there.
Yeah. Snaked him up.
Let's do a couple, maybe one or two more. So I've got pretty fly for a dead guy. Struck speechless. Rock hound.
Rock hound.
You want rock hound?
We'll go with rock hound.
We'll go rock hound. See what it is. We'll both be surprised.
Tell me it's a stone with the legs of a dog and the face of a dog and a stone.
Right. It's not that.
Ah.
So, I think it says this one's from 1976. So, Opus 40 is an ambitious stoneworks some compare to Stonehenge, flaunting 6+ acres of hand-built stone ridges, bridges, moats, and monuments. Quarried at the site by old dead guy Harvey Fite. His magnum opus...
What a name.
I know, yeah. His magnum opus is a wild landscape of stoner madness. Dry stacked stonework is a time-tested and durable technique. It's how the Roman arches hang together. And as goes the Roman Empire, so goes Harvey Fite.
Oh.
Mr. Fite died at the age of 72, only a few years short of completing the walls, ramps and stairways, placid pools, murky moats and subterranean passageways of his dreams. And how, you ask, did this stonemason bite the dust? He died Darwin dumb, to be honest. While riding a lawnmower, Harvey zoomed out onto a precipice and fell into his own stone quarry.
Oh.
And snap, just like that, he was stone dead. On the sunny side, this artist loved where he lived and died where he loved. Surely his heart still resides in this amazing place. So basically, he built this fucking quarry and then accidentally drove over the edge of it. I love this website. It makes sad these people have died.
I mean, they didn't die for nothing.
But
got a good laugh.
Let's read one more. So, rhino poacher killed by elephant.
Wait.
It makes a funny headline, but it's no laughing matter. The elephant trampled the lion digested poacher and illegally had a... What? The elephant trampled and lion digested poacher had illegally crept into a national park with murder in mind. For there is money to be made from the rhino's horn, and therefore poachers hunt and kill these big, beautiful animals. Rhinos don't exist, they're a legend.
No, they're just circumcised elephants.
Yeah. Or fat unicorns. Poor rhino, sad victim of the human greed for money. Some rhinoceros species suffered recent extinctions and all species are endangered. Trashing our irreplaceable planetary home is a Darwin Award in the making for doomed mankind. Humans are turning this planet into a bloodthirsty abattoir as we slaughter species after species for no good reason. The killing of rhinoceros is especially barbarous. According to a New York Times article, the target animal is drugged until it can't move, then the horn is hacked off, an innocent face, and the large mammal is left to bleed to death in agony and fear.
Oh, God. Mark, that one wasn't very funny.
It wasn't, was it? We'll cut that. Because that was it.
That was got a bit preachy at the end there,
It wasn't very... Yeah,
remember what podcast we're on?
It didn't really say about how he died. This one sounds funny.
I think it did in like the first sentence, and then it just went on about rhinos.
This one sounds funny.
Okay.
Wacky welder.
Oh!
Hey.
Wait, back on form.
Sometimes the fastest method results in the deadliest outcome. The tale of Howard Miller, 39, professional welder and Darwin Award winner, illustrates the pitfalls of ignoring high school chemistry with a time-saving invention. Always helpful, Miller spent his last moments helping a friend weld an exhaust pipe onto a classic Holden Kingswood sedan. He arrived at a garage shed with an experimental welding kit, an LPG bottle similar to a propane tank in which he had mixed both components that make up oxyacetylene welding gas, acetylene and oxygen. I don't know enough to know if that's bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine, carry on. Plod on.
Now that last detail should send a shiver down any welder's spine.
Ooh.
Any welders out there, hit us up. Professional welders know that these components are kept in separate tanks because when combined, they burn hot enough to cut metal. A tank of mixed acetylene and oxygen plus no flow regulator equals an accident waiting to happen. Like a scene from Breaking Bad, Mr. Miller had unwittingly constructed a lethal explosive. Once Miller unveiled his jury-rigged device, his friend recognised this dangerous equation and repeatedly warned that it was crazy. Finally, he hightailed it out of the shed while Miller, underturned by a bit of panic, attached a torch head straight onto the bottle and lit the welding tip. Sans regulator, the flame crept back into the bottle and the inevitable explosion flattened the shed, which also contained about 20 litres of paint thinner and gasoline.
Why?
The force of the explosion was so intense it shattered the windows of neighbouring properties. Needless to say, the friend is in need of a new car.
Why did they do that?
So imagine being a professional welder and going, these gases mix, that's fine.
Fucking hell.
Surely he had his own equipment.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
It's my new dream to be on that website.
Yeah. What can you do? What are we going to do? How are we going to get you on there? Is there any way to podcast to death?
There's only one way to find out.
Right.
Anyone who wants to voluntarily die on the DarcBall cast, send your email. Send your emails to darkballcast@gmail.com.
In the amount of ways we've begged them to email in, imagine if that's the one that gets
no one
them.
ever emails, but imagine if someone just emails in going, yeah, all right, I'll kill myself on your podcast.
That's the best offer you've made.
Tricky hard time,
it's my favourite time.
I've been sat on this one for a while. I've just had it open in my tabs because I found it and I was like, that's mildly entertaining. I'll keep that on the back burner in case I run out one week.
You've got reserve wikis.
Yeah. And then I read through it again the other day and I thought, no, that's actually and you know what? I think it's time that this one shines.
Okay.
Again, it's nothing to do with astrology or we're not taking the piss out of people's horoscopes or anything like that.
Nice.
Just with a footnote to that though, that doesn't mean that we respect you anymore.
No.
Your values and opinions are trash, and so are you.
Worthless to us.
So this one is more of a lifestyle article again. It's in the food and entertaining section.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very practical article. I think it's going to help a lot of people, especially maybe people who are just branching out on their own, starting their own life, and that kind of thing. I would also like to note that this was last updated on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
again,
Christmas Eve. What is it? With,
is it with Ricky Alfie?
Do you think it was the same man? He was like, "I've just got a job lot to do. Let's get it done."
Possibly.
Let's knuckle down, then we can enjoy Christmas Day.
So, let's get all my Wiki cows out of the way.
Yeah, let's just get them done. Got the deadlines.
I think this guy was probably thinking that people are going to be desperate for this information, so he needed to get it out there.
Right. But what information is it?
How to choose a cutting board.
Oh, fuck me.
What's your problem?
I mean, just pick one. Just pick one.
Yeah, but how do you know?
Well, normally, they're just there, aren't they?
No, put yourself in the position of the target audience of this article.
All right.
You've just left home.
I'm sat here.
You've got your own flat, you're in your own house. The first time you've lived alone, you realise you've got no cutting board. Oh my God. I've got chicken breast to dice.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it on my nice new marble tops.
Easy.
What?
Argos catalogue.
What? To buy a new cutting board or
No.
to cut it on?
Use it.
Yeah, but it's paper. You're going to go through that in a while.
Yellow pages.
You don't want to ask the yellow pages anymore.
Let's get a couple of books. The good thing is you don't have to wash it either.
Right.
You just tear off a page.
Right.
Each time you've used it.
You are quite clearly a fucking sociopath. Right. This article is not for you.
I am coming here with answers, Mark.
But we don't need you to because we've got an article.
Oh, fair enough. I could have saved him a job.
Yes. Well, cutting boards come in a variety of materials.
Are you mansplaining? Don't need you to mansplain this article.
I'll start that again. Cutting boards come in a variety of materials, including glass, plastic, wood, and bamboo. I like it as including. They're the only materials. But not all of these materials are created equal.
I agree.
Yes. In order for you to select the best cutting board, you must first choose the right material. In fact, you may even want to select 2 different cutting boards to use for different foods.
Nice.
You didn't think of that, did you?
No, I didn't.
In addition, there are some other factors to consider, such as size, type of grain, and level of maintenance required.
Hold on.
By reviewing all of these options, you can select the perfect cutting board for your kitchen. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, there's no such thing as the perfect cutting board, Mark.
There's things here that you haven't. You've realised already. There's things you haven't taken into account, isn't there?
Well, honestly,
with your shitty jokes about the yellow pages.
Every cutting board you buy is just a series of compromises. Really, there is no such thing as the perfect cutting board. Much like friends and relationships, you must just choose the one that hurts the least to maintain. That's my analogy for cutting boards. Really, that applies to everything in life.
Oh, right. Choosing the right material.
Oh, we're still going.
Controversial straight away, right? This is a proper to the fucking bone article. You know what I mean? Number 1.
God, literally cut into the bone.
Yeah. Number 1, avoid glass. All costs, avoid it. No
Mark, do you know what fucks me off about that already?
What?
I've got 2 glass chopping boards. Got 2.
All about to ruin your life here, mate. Glass cutting boards are a popular choice because they look nice in your kitchen.
They do.
However, glass cutting boards have been shown to dull brand new kitchen knives in as little as 10 strokes.
Oh, panic over. All of my knives are at least 4 years old. I do not know.
If you happen to have a glass cutting board, use it as a serving platter or a cheese tray instead.
Fucking hell. Mate, I've started cutting things with scissors. My knives are that dull. Everything.
Just you started using the handle of the
knife.
knife.
Yeah, fucking hell. Sometimes if it's something soft like a banana, I'll use a fucking spoon.
Other hard cutting board materials like marble, granite, ceramic, or composite can do similar damage to your knives and should be avoided.
Oh.
Number 2, choose the right kind of plastic.
Right, so we're saying we're definitely getting plastic. We've missed wood altogether.
No, wood comes up.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Wood does.
But wood does. Plastic cutting boards can be a great option. They're affordable, easy to clean, and safe for knives.
Good.
However, not all plastic boards are the same.
Good.
Avoid slick or smooth plastic, as this can cause knives to slip. It's a safety hazard. Acrylic plastic boards can do almost as much damage to your knives as can glass. Plastic cutting boards made of polyethylene or polypropylene are the best choice. A good choice is the OXO carving and cutting board for $24.99. Available at Bed Bath & Beyond, Sur La Table, and JCPenney. Why is this an advert now? WikiHow has been compromised.
Yeah, we thought we could trust it for free and impartial advice.
By big cutting board corporations.
No, like, whenever did we stop using our worktops?
I don't know, but why would you spend $25 on a cutting board?
No. Just get any old piece of plastic.
Or wood. Here we are, look.
Wood.
Wood cutting boards are the classic choice.
Oh, good.
These are far and away the most popular cutting boards for chefs and amateurs alike. Wood cutting boards are lovely. They last a long time and they are great for your knives. Wood cutting
boards... Is this
boards,
whole thing about knives?
Yeah. Wood cutting boards are available in many types of wood, including oak, maple, and teak. Teak is a great option because it absorbs very little liquid, so it will take longer for the cutting board to wear out. A good choice is the ProTeak Edge Grain Teak cutting board for, and this is available on Amazon, $92.59.
Fuck off.
I'd rather eat all my food whole.
I'd rather just buy new knives every time.
I'd just not cut anything up. All my food whole, please. Number 4, choose bamboo for sustainability. Bamboo cutting boards are very similar to wood boards. They last a long time. They are wonderful for your knives, and they are lovely to have out in your home.
I refuse to steal the food out of the pandas' mouths.
This is just what I was
They're
thinking.
Already
it's all
endangered.
about fucking sustainability, but there's like 2 pandas left.
Sustain the pandas.
And they won't eat anything else.
Bring them here, put them to work with our glass cutting boards and our dull knives.
Additionally, bamboo boards are a sustainable, environmentally friendly choice since bamboo is fast-growing and highly renewable resource. Bamboo boards are lighter in weight than wooden boards. Bamboo boards don't need to be oiled as often as wooden boards.
Oiled?
I know. A good choice is the Totally Bamboo 207930 3-piece cutting board set for $15 on Amazon.
Oh, I mean, that's a better price.
It is a better price, yeah. Method 2 of 3. Use different boards for different foods.
Oh, okay.
Select 2 cutting boards. Most chefs advocate for keeping at least 2 cutting boards at home, 1 wood and 1 plastic. This enables you to keep raw protein away from fruits and vegetables and maintain a sanitary work environment. Use plastic boards for meat or fish. Bacteria from raw meat are best kept away from your fruits and vegetables.
Oh, good.
You fucking idiot, you are. As such, it is best to use a separate cutting board for these foods. Additionally, the oils from fish can sometimes seep into the wood fibres and leave a lasting smell on your wood cutting boards. Consider keeping a plastic cutting board at home for use for meat or fish. A thin plastic cutting board can be placed on top of a wooden board for ease of use. Doubling up on the boards now.
You know, it's just another thing I've got to worry about now.
You're so much more stress in your life.
Because now I know that I've got glass chopping boards, right? And now I know that every time I use them, I'm ruining my knives.
You're fucking the knives up.
And I've got nothing to resharpen.
You are raping
knives
them
with.
knives.
How do you sharpen knife? Is that another article? How to buy a knife sharpener?
I've got a knife sharpener.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
No.
Ah.
Should have thought about that before you bought your cutting boards.
I'm an adult, but only just apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
It's how they get you. They grind you down with all this information of things you should be doing.
Something's just hit me as well. It's just said about cutting fish on a wooden board and the oil seeps in and starts to imagine.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Imagine you cutting strawberries on your wooden board.
All of a sudden it reeks of
these
fish.
strawberries taste like trout. You know what I mean?
It's a classic combo, though, isn't it?
Strawberry and trout.
Troutberries and cream.
Troutberries. Oh no, that's the trout testing.
Okay. It sounds like a fucking.
When I go home, I'm going to ask Sophie if she wants to tickle my troutberries. Okay, right. You're out and about. You're strawberry picking. You're out at the strawberry fields. All right, Beatles.
Like the Beatles. Nothing's real. Okay. And you pick up a delicious strawberry and you're like, oh, how yummy. You bite into it and you look inside.
Trout's face.
It's just
staring you out.
and it's still alive. It's just the eye.
Oh, you've eaten my house.
It sounds like a fucking medieval. What was on about earlier?
Or you're picking all the strawberries and you're not really looking. You're just like, oh, look at all these strawberries. Just in the punnet. In the punnet.
Yeah.
Why is it a punnet, by the way? Just use the word basket. Don't be a cunt. In the basket. And then, oh, hold on. This one's a bit hard to pull off the plant. Let me take a closer look. Why is this one scaly and brown?
Why is
and
this
then you
one
pull
a
a bit
fish?
hard, and then all of a sudden you're just holding a trout from its bollocks.
Can I?
Trout berries.
Can I just say? You said punnet. You know, I didn't think punnet was referring to the basket.
Yeah, it's the little thing that they come in.
Mate, my whole life I thought a punnet. It was like, do you know how you have like a flock of geese? I thought a punnet of strawberries was when you had a lot of them.
No, it's the thing that come in.
Like a murder of blueberries.
Because it's like a punnet of grapes or a punnet of blueberries.
I thought that was just berry-related groups. Honestly, mate.
You are a fucking... How have you gotten to this age with A, glass cutting boards and dull knives?
Yeah.
B, trout bollocks everywhere. And C, thinking that berries are measured in punnets.
Mate, I just thought that was like a group of strawberries are called a punnet.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Right. Method 3 of 3.
Why are you mad now?
Because I'm pissed off.
Go on.
You're a fucking joke, is what you are. Oh, no, I've lost it.
Method 3 of
I've lost
3.
it now. I've got to research for it. I've had that tab open for ages. And now you've been fucking about, you've been distracting me, talking about punnets, and I've lost the cutting board out of call. Oh my God, there's loads of them. I've just searched for cutting board, and there's fucking loads of them.
We're going to have to cut this bit out.
Oh no.
We're just going to have to find it again and get the comments.
Dan, I am furious. I am absolutely fuming.
I'm sorry.
I've never been more angry in my entire life.
Oh.
We're on the last bit.
What, mate?
How to choose...
Don't get your trout berries in a twist.
Cutting a cutting board. I've put cutting board. Oh, I can't find it, Dan.
Oh, go to the outro.
Done.
Go to the outro.
No, this episode is not finished.
I've upset
until
him.
I say it's finished. How to choose a cutting board. I found it!
Okay, right, back where we were. Method 3 of 3.
Avoid cutting boards with feet.
Oh, my glass ones have feet. Why did we buy 2?
You want to get the most out of your cutting board, and this means being about to use both sides. I think that means able.
I'm about to use both sides.
Stay away from cutting boards that have feet on the bottom or are otherwise not reversible. By using both sides, you essentially get 2 cutting boards in one.
Oh my
With
Lord.
that $90 one, I'd want 60 cutting boards in one. Thank you.
I want it to be like a cube.
Yeah, cutting cube. Select the right size. Expert chefs suggest choosing a cutting board that is 15 by 20 inches in size.
Oh, good for them. With the massive worktops.
This gives you plenty of room to work safely and effectively as you cut. Sorry, that was a burp.
Say that line again.
As you cut.
There we go. I'm going to cut out the bad line.
No. Choose between end grain or edge grain. Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
When opting for a wood or bamboo cutting board, you will have the opportunity to choose end grain, meaning the board is grafted from many small pieces of wood in a checkerboard pattern, or edge grain, meaning strips of wood are laid side by side. In bamboo boards, edge grain boards are sturdier and have been shown to last longer. I love this. Have been shown to, like the scientific studies on this bullshit.
Maybe they have.
In wood barrels, end grain boards are a bit easier on knives. Ultimately, choosing an end grain or edge grain will come down to the look you want for your kitchen.
Look, if I've learned anything in the past few years of being an adult male who lives, you know, without adult supervision. Knives can look after themselves. I think we're caring too much about the knives.
Do you know what can't look after themselves?
What?
The cutting boards. Consider the level of maintenance required. It's the last step.
Right.
By and large, wood cutting boards are the best choice for durability, beauty, and protection of your knives. Imagine going somewhere and going, that is a fucking beautiful cutting board.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. With bamboo as a close second. However, wood or bamboo cutting boards can be cumbersome to wash and they need to be oiled regularly.
Why?
Plastic cutting boards, on the other hand, are often dishwasher safe and require no additional maintenance. If you do not have the time to regularly maintain your cutting board, plastic may be the better option for you.
Yeah, obviously it's the better option. Why? You don't want to
how much time have you got to spend maintaining your cutting board?
Why is it regularly? Like, I don't even use a cutting board regularly. Like twice a fucking week.
Where do you cut all your shit?
I don't cut up that much shit.
Why?
Normally...
You can't with your dull fucking knives.
I cook stuff whole and chop it up as I'm eating it.
Chop it with your teeth?
No. Like with a knife and fork.
With your luscious enamel pegs that you've got there.
Look.
I don't know why I refer to your teeth as luscious enamel pegs.
That's brilliant. Mark.
Oh, God, get me out
The
of there.
knives we use to eat with aren't all that sharp, are they?
Butter knives.
No, but they're not dead sharp.
No, they're not the sharpest knives.
And they do just fine at cutting food when it's potentially at its toughest.
Well,
once it's been cooked,
if you cook it right.
Fuck off. What are you trying to say?
That you're a shit cook.
Yeah, with my glass chopping boards and dull knives.
Your feeted glass chopping boards.
And my bent forks.
I love how the fucking first thing in that fucking article was no glass cutting boards, and you're like, I've got two.
I was hoping it was going to tell me things that are good about my glass cutting boards.
How do you feel now then? How do you feel about yourself?
A bit cut up. That was awful, I'm sorry.
Right. I'm going to say something very serious to you now.
Right.
Kill yourself.
Well, it's time to sign off.
It is. I'm going to go home and play with my trout berries.
We've had a good time.
I have. It's been nice.
And we hope you have too.
So insincere. I'll always remember.
No one asked for it.
No one needed it.
But this was it.
It was the DarcBall cast.
Fuck off.